Game of the year. 100%. Welcome back to the film study. If you don't know how it's going to go, I'm going to show you how it's going to go in just a second. We're going to wait till everybody gets in here. Shout out to everybody who's been patient throughout everything, man. The whole process, I just had a kid, so it's been a lot going on. Just got a gym that you guys will be able to come through. We just made that all the way official with some paperwork. But I'm hyped, man. I mean, I watched this game yesterday live on the NBA Twitch channel. Hopefully a lot of you guys are there. If not, be on the lookout because we'll be doing it during the post season, Marcellus and I. But dang, bro, what a great game that was. That was game of the year in my opinion. Why? Because there's been higher scoring games and maybe more exciting games, but there hasn't been that much on the line, right? To where you could lose in the season and still win other games, but this one, you lose this one, you're out, or you're going back with the potential of being all the way out. The Lakers made it into the playoffs, so there was something on the line, being that they had a rough year, bro, just with injury, and they kind of show how good that they can still be. AD kind of found his a little bit, hitting a few open jumpers. He missed a lot early on, but LeBron started heating up, ended up with a triple-double. Wouldn't necessarily say it was a great game. The biggest monster on the court, in my opinion, was Steph, though. He's incredible. And it just sucked that he didn't get a shot at the last shot. For me, it was kind of hard, to watch that game, and because I was cheering against and, with or for both teams. It was weird. I didn't even know how to feel about it. Some of you guys are watching live. It was weird, but we're gonna jump right into this game, man. I'm super hyped. Wait, hold on, let's see. Make sure we all good here. All right. Can everybody hear me okay now? Trying to make sure that we're all good to go. If not, I'm gonna make sure that this is plugged up, okay? How we sounding? How we sounding right now? You guys hear okay? Should be straight now, but if not, just let me know so we can get going. I want to get going on the film, so if you guys can hear me okay, just let me know. If not, we're going to try to fix whatever the heck is going on. But if not, I'm ready to get going. I know you guys are hyped up for it. So we hearing okay? All right, I guess it was just a little issue with how I plugged it in. All right. Jumping into it, we're watching the whole game. You guys kind of know how the film session goes. I'll just kind of break it down slowly but surely. Some players are going to stop. Some players are going to go through. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Dev in the lab. Some of you guys know me. That some people just call me in the lab. How these film sessions kind of go, some people learn a lot from these, so I decided to do these again. We just go through everything, man. That's pretty much how we're going to put it. Draymond is a defensive beast, you guys. A lot of people don't watch him as much as I do, so when he made the comment about him being the best defender ever, a lot of people, and I kind of backed it. He's way up there to me. If not, it's so hard to pick who is the best defender ever, right? But everybody thought I was crazy for backing it. But if you were watching, you were able to see it today. It was incredible. It was incredible. It was different. And if you haven't been watching, I'm going to make sure that you guys see it now. Just being able to wall up and give a high hand, you can't stop a player, but you can make it hard on him to make shots. The first shot of the game, he was living right there, right in his face, hand right there. So, but I want you to watch how many times I'm going to point out Draymond in this game. And honestly, LeBron too. Helps out when LeBron wants to be absolutely special on defense. And it's hard to score on him. But Draymond was incredible. Excellent Euro step. Big thing is keeping the ball high on these Euro steps. I talk about that a lot, trying not to bring it down. He brought it back down over his head, but still got it to go. Guys, what a game this was. The fact that, that was nasty. Little stop. Sailing with your eyes. Look how he looks back towards the action. A lot of people kind of looking at the ground, looking at the defender. You want to have that level of finesse. That's what comes with ball handling. That's what Kyrie's good at. Looking at something, thinking about another thing, right? Or reading the situation. Normally when the ball goes in the mid post, especially when a good defender is guarding Draymond, he's never going to look to score. He only looks to score when he has mismatches in the post. But it's always a split cut, setting the screen for Curry. Either he goes back door or he comes around for the shot right here. And then we're always looking for the slip, which low-key was open for Looney, right? See it? Back door. But LeBron is kind of blowing that up, which would have left Bazemore open. But I don't know if he would have made the pass. Ended up getting it to him anyways from a different route. And I think that was Steph. Excellent read. Boom, we're moving through it. What'd you guys think about the game? I'm looking at the comments here and just kind of going through. Wanted to know what you guys thought about the game, because I thought it was like great game. And honestly, the Warriors gave it up. They had too many turnovers towards the end, and that was like the name of the game. The turnovers towards the end, it killed them, bro. It killed them. What I need to do actually. So this is Synergy. If you guys don't know, I'm gonna filter out all these clips. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, missed shot, missed 3, turnover, non-shooting fouls. We'll do that. Why not? We'll do that. So you guys kind of know how it goes. That's how I'm filtering out everything, and we'll do it just like that. So Warriors, surprisingly, in my opinion, first of all, let's go over the season, because they kind of been beating the brakes off the Warriors for the majority of the season. As a matter of fact, the only game that they won against the Warriors, or the Warriors won, is the one where they came back from like almost 30 points. And Steph had to go absolutely crazy. So they had the Warriors numbered. Another play with Draymond. Another play with Draymond, right? Just watching them blow up play after play after play. Walling up, going up vertical. Not allowing AD to get an easy dunk. Just keep in mind all these little plays, right? Because now when, say these plays go in, like he makes these shots, right? Now AD's got a different level of confidence. Now he's probably nailing a lot of these jumpers and getting to the line a lot more. He didn't end up going until like the second half, but just having a guy like Draymond to slow AD down. And I was saying that Draymond can guard AD, and people thought I was crazy, but the thing was, we've seen it before. He's done a good job on AD. So this is a big part. So the Warriors do not have a lob option. These pick and rolls in the past, or it would be Draymond downhill. He throw it up to Iggy. He throw it up to Ezeli. He throw it up to Bogut, and they can go get it. But Looney doesn't have that bounce. Who else does not have that bounce? Wiseman surprisingly didn't have as much bounce as I wanted him to get. I'm going to tell you something about this Warrior squad. If Clay would have played, this would have been a dangerous team, you guys. Off the pick and roll and handoff situations, having Clay on the weak side for the liftman, as the liftman, bro, it would have been really tough to beat this team. Especially if they would have added a lob option. My recommendation is that they go give up Wiseman and the pick that they have and Oubre, package them all together if they can. They agree to it. I think one has to agree to it. And they can really find something that's very, very special. Lakers did a good job. Watch how LeBron slides over right here. And it sets up AD. But the thing is, look, AD's guarding both of these. Like he's on Bazemore. He's in the way of Bazemore, and he's in the way of Wiggins. Wiggins got to slide over just half an inch so he can get that pass there. But a defensive monster. We seen AD do this in the championship, right? Locking up everybody. They put him on Jimmy Butler one game. I don't know if y'all remember that, but he was a monster defensively. Those little shots, they're gonna go in. They're gonna go in for fall for AD. They just need they just need some more game reps. As a Lakers fan, you should excellent pass. So like little off ball movement. Watch how Steph takes him down right here, showing that he might go through. Pass is made. It's almost like a split cut. You could have back screened him right there. I didn't even think Looney knew he was there. excellent pass. So, like, see Bazemore going backdoor. He's not a lob option. He's not a lob option. So when they can get that type of play right there, it's going to be different. So a lot of times they go for that pitch. Nasty. Ball movement was nasty. But see, when they don't have guys that can really just go up and dunk on people, it's tough. It's tough. It's going to be really tough to win like this. So it's going to be, oops. Let me turn off this volume here. Okay. Draymond. Another play. Right at it again. Draymond. The same thing. Over and over and over. Just making plays. He actually got that to go, though, right? Could be tripping off for that. My bad. Oh, LeBron got it to go in. But, you know, Draymond was there. But just watch it, how often that you see it. So, like, normally people go online and they, you know, say they see what Draymond has said and they just, oh, right off top, no way he could be the best defender ever. But, like, you got to really, really, really watch this stuff, you guys. Tough. Steph was missing a lot of shit. Like, he'll make those shots, right? Big shot. Kent Bazemore. So, 8-man rotation for the Warriors, right? They added by subtracting. So them losing Wiseman, Oubre, I don't know about Pascal, but like them losing those two specifically actually helped them. Wiggins has been a good defender all year too. So just imagine Klay on the wing if he's healthy, and then imagine Draymond, then imagine Wiggins. It's going to be crazy. But they ended up adding by subtracting when they lost those players. I'm explaining to you why. All year they tried to fit Kelly Oubre in, and it didn't really work. It didn't really work. But it did work when they lost, you know, those guys, because JTA started getting more playing time. They started playing small ball. And the ball started moving a little bit more. Like, I like Wiseman. Don't get it twisted. You're just going to need time to build him, especially in a system like this. And so a lot of times the ball would go to him and the ball would stop. The ball would go to Oubre and the ball would stop, and the movement wasn't there. So when they started going small, the movement started getting there, and that was kind of curtains at that point. That was when they went on their streak. Now, what it doesn't help with is length. Wiseman is tall and he's long, but it was clear as day when they lost him. Those two guys, Oubre and Wiseman, they did not play good with Steph. Like, clear as day to me. There a lot of times Steph would be going off without Wiseman on the floor. And I know people like don't like to hear that, or I can show it to you. Like, it was absolutely like very apparent, but you know. And Oubre could have fit in. I really think that he has room to fit in if he could just understand how to move without the ball. Because if you talk about a lob option, he got bounced. When Kent Bazemore cut back door when I stopped it, he could have went up and got that. See, like, these situations right here, normally you want to have one shooter and one big to set this screen. But look what happens. You pass to a non-shooter, he passed to a non-shooter. So, like, the offense becomes stagnant, and now you got to do something. You know, see what happens right there. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. But Klay changes that whole thing. Now you got to take a contested 3, good defense on the Lakers, because that's a scouting report. And this is one of the main reasons it's going to be hard for anybody to beat LeBron in 7 games, because if you give him time to plan things out and that's the only focus, like, he's so smart. Him and Draymond, they're so smart that they'll beat you. You know, they'll take advantage of all your weaknesses. You know, and that was one that I was looking at on the court, like, you know, when they have Looney and they have Draymond, like, Looney plays hard, but he's not a lob option. Sets great screens. Another play that so think about this again. So this, I got to show y'all all this stuff because when he says he's one of the best defenders ever, you got to see this. So he's taking away, he's playing down, it's yellow. You know, when he drop coverage. Then when a pocket pass is made, he steps in to break that up too. He's right there. Where that should have been JTA, it was really Draymond. Pass was kind of behind. He just missed the pass, but he made it back in time, you know, to challenge that. Man, this dude, sometimes he just be all the way out of control. Kent Bazemore is good in a lot of situations and misses a lot of layups, but you don't mind having him because he's a lot for ball movement, right? From what I saw from Steph Curry versus Dennis Schroeder, that was a nasty rip through. Or sweep through, I should say. Sweep is at the ankles. Like, think about it like pushing a broom, sweeping the floor with the basketball, way down here where the defense can't reach it. Think about rip throughs at the waist, right? There's a difference to me. Rip throughs happen when nobody's there. Sweep throughs happen when people are crowding you. End up smoking that, but I thought he was gonna make that. That was a nasty rip through. Went to the free throw line. So the thing what makes the Warriors different, they always have these opportunities to go set these ball screens, and they're sprinting to it, which leaves bigs late. Now, I don't know if it happens right here. Drummond does a good job. JTA was open right there. AD does a good job of challenging that because he knows where the pass is going to come from. But that leaves the pitch open. Tough runner. Has to go through AD. Drummond's right there. I'm telling you guys, man, this dude is good. I know people like kind of have fun hating on Curry or whatever, but this fool is good, man. Good three. They almost had a steal here. So they played this pretty perfect, but Caruso makes a really good pass here. Kent Bazemore read that too. So he took away that and tried to take away that steal, and they didn't rotate over there. So it should have been JTA getting out, right? Because he was here. He was here. You got to help the helper right there. Leave Drummond open. Draymond goes down to take Drummond. Instead, they get a three. Bang, bang. But it would have been hard to leave Drummond because he was so far underneath the basket, though. Look how much he fights over or under the screen. Like, that was a good job by KCP because normally you go under that screen, you're dead, right? He went under it. Steph could have stopped behind, but AD did a good job of jamming that pick. Now it was one-on-one time. Excellent pass. Should have been an extra pass. Got nothing out of it. So what Kent Bazemore has to do right here, he has to slide over to his left so the pass can be easier. That's a longer pass. Also would be a longer closeout, but it should be a bang-bang pass, right? And he didn't make the extra pass. Now you end up taking a contested shot and didn't get it to go. All those little plays matter when you don't have the talent to Lakers are just have more talent. They have more bodies. They have more height. Good pass by Kuzma. So that's Kent. Kent has to sell out to that. This happened before. Do you guys, hold on. Who are they playing against? I can't remember. Oh, Boston. Do you guys remember in the Boston game when the Warriors played the ball? It was when Curry went nuts, right? Do you remember when Kent Bazemore was supposed to take that first pass out, and he did exactly what he did right there, and Marcus Smart had the ball. He waited, he fixed his feet, and then he knocked down the shot. It was the biggest shot of the game. Steph and Tatum were going crazy that game. But see, these type of plays you have to commit to. Now, what I know that he was doing is playing the scouting report because KCP can shoot better than what Caruso can. But low key, if you look up Caruso's percentages, he actually doesn't shoot that bad. Does anybody remember that game I'm talking about where Kent Bazemore did that? It was a big shot too. So see, like, he's good for that type of stuff. See how he's in help. Now he takes it away. But look at how Draymond's jamming it up. It's nothing easy, right? Pay attention to how many times I'm going to say Draymond. Steph is digging, giving him a challenge, and he just ends up throwing it away. do we get there? Good pass. Did he make this? Excellent pass. Like, I love about Steph and LeBron, a lot of times they just trust you. And if it's Steph makes the right play like 90% of the time. The right pass. And I talked to a lot of coaches about, even though he missed, I talked to a lot of coaches, NBA coaches about it. He said what makes them, two of them said this in particular. They said what makes him a nightmare is that he always makes the right play. Always. He always makes the right play. And it's just like, for me to watch this night in and night out, it's crazy. I watch like every game. Draymond there again. So pay attention. And a lot of bigs cannot do this, especially against a guy with like AD who can take away the lob option. So a lot of times this will be attacked. Ken Bazemore did a great job of stepping over. And then they'll throw it up to AD or throw it to AD, but Curry's out to play. Draymond takes away this and then steps over and helps that and then challenging that shot. That's tough to do, you guys, especially for somebody who can shoot the basketball like AD can. But I will say this, though. AD can hit those. Good trap. So there's a lot of little turnovers like this that kind of screwed him, you know, but you got to think, man, you have to double Steph, man. You got to double him like this or you'll be dead. Did he make that? I think he got fouled on that. Tough. I'm surprised they didn't call an N1. Let's see. Let's look back. Was that an N1? You know what I did respect, and I don't know if you guys really saw this. They let him play yesterday, and you got to be hyped to see that, man. Like, they really let him play. Lakers, Draymond's been doing this like crazy, man. So the Lakers were on top of that. You know, where he's like slipping the screen. He's doing a really good job of slipping that. You force him into a tough two, right? That's what I like to call it. A one-footed mid-range pull-up. You did your job. Because he's actually not a great mid-range shooter, in my opinion. He doesn't do it enough to a point like Chris Paul. I'm not mad at that. That was a good play. Steph kind of blowing it up. Gotta respect Draymond for, man, the Warriors are a good defensive team too. Something I was thinking about, you guys, like, did it really occur to you that Steph went for 37 against the best defensive team in the league, and their whole game plan was to double them and do different. Like, look how they're guarding him. Look how far over he is. AD. He still ran off 37 against the best team, defensive team in the NBA. That's incredible, you guys. It really is. And he doesn't have like a lot of scoring options on the court. So like, see, like stuff like that, Draymond, in my opinion, didn't necessarily make that go off. It's the plays before that. AD not getting easy shots. You know, those type of things like make those shots go off. But it's not saying that AD can't hit that. You know what I mean? If he would have hit this, I would have went nuts. I would have went. I remember watching on stream. I was about to go nuts. I was trying to keep my composure. See, Montrez didn't do too much. Matter of fact, I don't remember seeing him that much in the second half, actually. But I know what they would have did. They would have really attacked him because they go at Montrez. See, this is when you have guys that are taller and offensive boards, you take away from your possessions when you don't get rebounds, right? And the Warriors had some crucial possessions where they didn't get the boards, and it kind of screwed them, man. But, you know, that's why I said it'll be tough to beat a team like this, a Lakers team that has this much defense and this much help and this deep on the bench. The game was lost in the fourth quarter. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later. I'm gonna go through this game a little faster though. Excellent pass, excellent shot. But how did this all play out here, right? It's the slip, right? Fake screen, I'm out of there. Because you know that they have to double you in the especially in transition, because that's when he looks to shoot. Wide open, Caruso has to make a decision. Doesn't make the right one. Because I would have said Trez can go guard Michael Motor over there. Should have just committed to it. Wrong decision in that situation. Good block. Way to fight it. Watch this. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought that was a play that Trez went up. I'll go through this here. Okay, here we go. So now they're just, I mean, you got to think, number one defense in the league. They just ran a double at him, just like that. Left him wide open. It's almost disrespectful to the other players. And they missed it. It worked, too. That's what's wild about it. It worked. And I was saying this on the stream or NBA stream. The key was the others, right? How well, especially for the Warriors, are the others going to play? Because you know they're going to do all they can to take away Steph's looks, which didn't all the way work. It didn't really work. He still ended up with 37. But if you would have let him, if you wouldn't have guarded him like that, I'm pretty confident Steph would have went for like 45. And I was saying on the stream too, I was like, yo, if Steph goes for 40 something, or the Warriors are going to need him to go for 40 something. He didn't get to 40. That's how good the Lakers team is and how much room for error they actually have. No, and the Warriors did not. That was a big shot right there. Came in and gave it 3. You needed it. That's why you can't help off of. You much rather LeBron scoring than everybody scoring. Much rather. I've seen Golden State do this for years. Much rather. LeBron is he's better when he's getting assists, in my opinion. And low-key proof of it was last night. That's just flat out sorry. I'm gonna just say that right now. Like, that's just sorry. And that's something, you know, as much as I like Looney, he doesn't give you this type of stuff. Like some of the things that you would need offensively. You know, he'll make a play or two. It's not like he's a bum, right? He's definitely not a bum. It's just, I was sorry. Just sorry. What's that? Wiggins playing good defense. Fighting around. Challenging. Because LeBron could definitely... I'm telling you guys, man, Wiggins is a monster defense. He actually had a really, really good defensive year, in my opinion. And I don't think he got enough credit for it personally, but whatever. That was a bad shot, but it was right, you know. It went through somehow. You'll live with that. You live with a hand right in your face, though. Motor can actually shoot. Did you know that Michael Motor went to Kentucky? I had no clue. I want to say he played with, I can't remember who he played with. Some good player, but like super random to me. The biggest thing with the Warriors this year is the emergence of Poole late in the year, because they started giving them burn, especially when Oubre and a few of these other guys went out. They started putting the ball in the hands of these two, actually, JTA and Poole. And for me, late in the season, clear as day, that's been, you know, they found their bench, clear as day, and that has been a turning point for the Warriors. And I don't think that they would have found this if they would have kept going with their lineups that they had, if guys didn't get hurt. Clear as day. I mean, if you've been watching the Warriors, like, you see it clear as day. That's a good pass. Schroeder kind of struggled to me, and he was getting lit up by stuff, but he struggled. He had a big 3, though. Definitely had a big 3. He missed both of those. Watch how LeBron clear Motor out down there. What they call, he was out of bounds. What y'all think about this game? I'm trying to look at I'm looking at it. See, like Looney, another one, missed another one, and he can hit that shot. I'll give him that. What'd you guys think about the game? My biggest thing was this: why you're hopeful as a Warriors fan and as a Lakers fan. As a Lakers fan, when you weren't hitting shots, you were still able to count on your defense. That was like the biggest thing to me. And they say, what they say, defense wins championships. This was this was not an offensive foul. I don't believe that was an offensive foul at all. That from the different angle they showed them, like going into the contact, that was not a good call at all, in my opinion. What's this real quick? real quick. But I'm happy that the refs let him play a little bit. I did feel like there was some really sorry calls going both ways too. Like there was a call late in the game where they said Draymond set a screen. They call an offensive foul. I was like, bro, what we doing? Like, what we doing? Bad shot. Bad shot. The other one was wide open. I thought they could have got some more ball movement off of that, in my opinion. High ball screen, guarded well. I don't know if you guys really understand the defensive effort that Caruso gives night in, night out. He's tough fighting around these screens. He guards well. He's got a strong base. You can't move him. Night in, night out, he's giving good minutes for the Lakers. Even when he's not scoring, he's always working hard. And it's just goes to show you how deep the Lakers team is. Like, this fool hit the side of the backboard on one shot and then made a nice defensive play. And I'm saying all that as I'm showing him getting scored on, which is funny. But if you really watch the Lakers, you know Caruso gives good minutes when he gets in there. If I'm, like, all the way honest, I'm surprised that the Warriors were in this game. I did not think that they were going to be... Hey, watch this fake work by LeBron. Doing the MC hair. You see him bail out of that charge? I laughed at that so hard in real time, but normally LeBron's going to get that. He was healthy, though. LeBron looked healthy to me, like, especially in the second half. They just weren't letting him get downhill. Like, the Lakers, for the most part, did a good job. Went up vertical right there. And technically, that was all ball. I didn't think he got fouled on that. But I would like to see the replay from a different angle. Can't really see it from right there. Caruso is such a good role player. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, do you see a little bit of Steph and Jordan Poole? Yeah, do you see a little bit of Steph and Jordan Poole? There was one game where they were playing JTA. It was when Wiggins, Curry and Wiggins, Curry, and Draymond sat out, and they played JTA, Poole, and Mulder, and they looked how they looked. Like they were running the same sets, they were running the same type of ball movement, and they looked exactly like basketball is basketball, as if you can hit the shots or not. Ball movement, DHOs, pick and rolls, flash screens, step up screens. Side angle screen, all that stuff. Basketball is basketball. It doesn't matter who runs it. It's if you can hit the shots. It's if you can hit the pull-ups. If you can hit the runners. If you can finish with contact. If you can see the pass on the opposite side of the floor. And Poole was doing that. When they gave him the opportunity, he was killing. Thing is, sometimes he looked shifty, like crazy shifty. So that's 1 for 3 that JTA was, but I'm still taking him shooting the ball. He can shoot the ball, and I think he can shoot it better than Draymond. Actually, I know he can. So JTA's got to get back in that play a little bit sooner. Obviously, he got screened. That was a good screen. But you got to be able to stop those. Plug it up as much as possible. It's tough, though, because LeBron is so good in that situation right there, especially with him and AD. Tough. Such a good piece off the bench. We weren't seeing this early in the season, you guys. Maybe you understand that, maybe you don't, but we weren't seeing that. Where's the song playing? Let's see. We weren't getting that early on in the season. So like little things, man. Like, like now AD, he's getting shots up, and you knew he was gonna start. It's just one thing you know about the best players in the game. They're gonna find it eventually, you guys. Draymond took away that and took away the pass. Watch how he jabs at the ball right here. Obviously knowing that in that situation, Schroeder's going to take a pull-up, but if he gets a certain distance right there, he would have took that pull-up. But you wait for the pickup, guys. Before in help side, you always wait till the defense picks the ball up. He jabs at it, he picks the ball up, gets back to it still. Like, those plays kill you, because if I'm AD, I want the ball because I'm kind of struggling a little bit and I'm trying to get going. But that's just another play. When we talk about one of the best defensive players ever, you're seeing it right there. Good pass. should be a lob option. So there it goes again. No lob option. I keep pointing out to you, Bazemore. So like if Oubre could give you minutes how Bazemore like looks to pass and make plays, which I don't think Oubre is very good at, you would be able to put him in this position because he would dunk on somebody. He would have done. He went up for a layup, as a matter of fact. He's a little older, whatever. Those plays right there kill you. Those plays right there kill you. We're in the past. They had Iguodala dunking that. They had Sean Livingston dunking that. They had other people dunking that, even from the three position. This year, they don't have much of it. They had Oubre, but he wouldn't make that cut. A lot of times, he'd be looking to set that, shoot the three out there. But he would do it sometimes. I can't sit there. It just wasn't consistent enough. Yet again, guys, look at Draymond. So Draymond's a help. He's guarding Drummond, which, you don't have to guard Drummond where he's currently at, right? He's in help. Obviously, we know the first pass is going to be looked to be made is to AD. Boom, blew it up again. And actually, they got a hand on it. Bazemore did a good job. But even if that pass was went through, Draymond would have got that. But I want you guys to just look at it. Something that also screwed the Warriors. If you're a Warriors fan, you were mad about this. The last 9 minutes of the game, JTA did not play. He did not play. So you got to be pretty frustrated as a Warriors fan seeing that. That's got to be pretty frustrating, you guys. Oops. Testing. There we go. That's tough, man. I was so mad about that. See, like Steph, he could just force and try to make a play, but he's normally always making the right play. Pocket pass. Really, it wasn't a bounce pass, but it was pass to the roll man. Now he has to make a play. Extra pass should have been made. He goes and tacks. Did he get it to go? See, like these plays right here, I'm telling you guys, man. He does this a lot. And he does so many good things, so it's hard to just really have a hate session on Kent Bazemore. But that extra pass should have been made to Jordan Poole right there. Right there. But instead, look what he does. He attacks. Good defense right there. Goes, pass him off to Drummond. Then he ends up throwing against the backboard. That stuff kills you. And that's what I'm saying. You guys don't really, I don't think people really understand how special of a year that Curry is having right on cue. I don't think you really understand how special of a year he's having. Hey, hold on. Curry be pushing off like, I teach to push off, but you can't just extend your whole arm, right? Look how much he be pushing off. He been doing that a lot lately, too. Schroeder didn't even complain about it. He did some blatant ones, though, in this game. Tough. That was a good job on Poole, right? Poole did a good job of helping right there. He ended up... See, that's the thing. With good players like this, they're going to score. They're going to score. They're going to get this. Oh. I couldn't believe you shot this. Who shoots this shot? I don't understand. Pump fake, LeBron helps. Literally LeBron slid over. Just left JTA, forget it. Step back, pump fake. Normally you would get back at that point, right? If you're LeBron. No, he doesn't leave, but he just shoots it anyway. Good defense. You're not mad at KCP for that, right? I'm not mad at KCP. That was good defense. Almost stalled up. So LeBron gets downhill if Curry doesn't do this and jump high, right? Draymond or LeBron still gets downhill if Draymond doesn't run up right there. You see Draymond's late to thinking that too, right? So I got to get up. Because if LeBron, they did such a good job of not letting LeBron get downhill this game. It was incredible to me. He did it maybe 3 times where it was just that's the old LeBron. Good defense. I think AD takes too many jumpers, personally. I think AD takes too many jumpers. especially against a team like this. Good pass, good steal. So here's the thing. I'll teach you guys this. Whenever a guy jumps and falls like that, you got to push the tempo because it's 4-on-5. But I'm going to show you a situation where LeBron actually sees this consciously and he takes off. I'm going to show it to you later, but like 4-on-5 situation, I think they get a bucket right here too, right? Or they should have. Probably missed this. Should have got a bucket. Dang, he didn't convert that? That's sorry. They didn't get a bucket, but you got to push the tempo at that point. Oop, my bad. Tough. Good pass. Good shot. Such a big player like to have. Like Jordan Poole is like a gem. I don't think a lot of people really realize it yet. Some people remember when I posted about this guy a while back. I posted about Jordan Poole when he was at, I forgot what college he went to. I'm showing all his like plays and I'm like, yeah, he's gonna be excellent off of somebody's bench one day. And him and I believe his boy tweeted me like, yeah, I'm not going to the draft this year. Like, we're gonna go an extra year. And he actually ended up going in the draft that year. And the rest is history from there. That was a tough shot. Look how like Curry's leg is like right here. Who does this crap? It's like so weird. He's such an awkward player. I'll post it about this other day. I've never seen anybody mess up so many times and turn it into a highlight. Like Curry does it all the time. Like he'll be losing the ball and they end up just gunning up a three or putting the ball behind his back and somebody falls to the ground. Something crazy. Never seen it. Good box out. Look at JTA fighting. This is what you got to have, the type of effort that you got to have. This is a piece if you're the Warriors that you move forward with. So one thing I wanted to say with Golden State, you're very, very hyped even after this loss because you got a little core here that you built. You're seeing guys come together and really learn how to play the system, right? So if you're a Warriors fan, you're hyped Wiggins, you're hyped about JTA, Jordan Poole. You like how Steph and Draymond obviously are playing. He switched that. That was nice. You're happy about a lot of things because those dudes are selling out defensively. Then you're hyped that you're getting a Klay Thompson next year. And then you got don't they have like a lottery pick or something? They got some stuff to work with. So if you're a Warriors fan, you're actually like feeling pretty good even with this loss. He just shot that. I don't know why. Gravity. We talk about gravity. Look at Steph and then look what LeBron and KCP do, which leaves Wiggins wide open. Lakers are still good playing trash. Yeah, they actually turned it up. In that third and fourth quarter, I thought they were playing pretty good, like how we know them to be. Just a really good team. And honestly, like, this was a great game, man. I don't know how he made that, bro. That was a tough play. He made another one that was just crazy. Now, for me, this was crazy. So, he's trying to turn the corner on Schroeder, tries to turn the corner on AD. Then Caruso pulls up, starts turning the corner, and then takes a step back three. Like, we're witnessing something that we haven't seen before. And, I want to make this very clear. I am very, very nervous about the Memphis game. They're a really tough squad, right? So I want everybody to know that Memphis can for sure win this game. Now, I would much rather see Steph Curry in the playoffs. Like, just imagine being able to see this type of play. Like, I don't think that they're geared to beat a team in 7 games. And the reason why is like Steph. Steph is good, right? But he's all they got in terms of scoring. That's all they got. That's all. I mean, they don't really have too many options in terms of scoring in that starting lineup. And so that's going to kind of screw them in a 7-game series. And then on top of that, not having bodies, not having height, is going to wear down on them. And so when they play against Memphis, The key thing is, what are they going to do with Valanciunas? If they can somehow stop Valanciunas, they could possibly get a dub. So these plays right here killed them, right? That's what I'm talking about. 7-game series. Teams are going to adjust to this. So drive to the basket. Obviously, we're going to leave open Kent Bazemore and, go help if you're LeBron. AD has a slide down, take first pass out. The most open that is going to seem like, and that's going to be available in his view, Steph Curry's view, is Kent Bazemore. So he end up having to throw it out to Draymond, right? Draymond is most of the time not going to shoot this. So he passes up an open shot to take a contested shot over LeBron and Drummond. And that's what we get, right? And what happens on the other end? We're in transition. We're off running. This is where the Lakers are the best in the league to me in transition. Why? Because they got freaking LeBron James. There's nothing you can do. When he gets downhill, there's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. I thought he was going to miss that. Nice. That was a good little. So look at Curry, who sets this up. Watch Curry. Jam him up. Wide open now. He could have passed it earlier. Curry set that whole thing up to put him in a position. One of the best screening guards in the game, right? If not the best. Good defense. Good finish, though. See, like, if you have... I'm going to tell you this. I like Looney, and he's got a high IQ. But he's not going to get that. AD's going to get that. There's a big in New York that's going to get that. There's JaVale McGee that's going to get that. There's Dwight Howard that's going to get that. There's a lot of bigs that could be lob options that if the Warriors somehow figure out how to add and they get Clay back at 85% or what he used to be, you're looking at, this was cold. I was watching, this was cold. Stops, puts the ball behind his back. He missed it, though, but the fact that he got around him like that, Dennis Schroeder's a good defender, too. Really good defender. We're going to wait till Sale get on here to talk about Kwame Brown. I can't talk about it on the NBA stream, but we're going to have to talk about that one. Oh, man. So what happens right here? KCP shoots the gap. Boom. Easy still. Bad turnover on Draymond. And I told you the turnovers is what lost him the game in the end. You just want to keep it a butt. Like, that's what lost him the game. Good defense. Good. That's LeBron. So where I was pointing out Draymond, I got to show LeBron doing the same thing. He blew that play up, right? So this play, you got to either take away Bazemore. He fakes Bazemore, boom, baits him. Steals that. That was excellent to me. But if you're Draymond, you got to make that Bazemore pass. But even that could have got stolen, which is nuts to me. Big three. Big three. From a guy who actually kind of struggled in that game. Did he foul him? Yeah, he reached across. I don't know if it was much of a foul, but he did reach across. We saw Jaren Jackson Jr. rip Curry like that one time. Just reaching across his body. Curry doesn't sell those fouls like a guy like Harden can. Might be something that he wants to add. Good extra pass. Draymond again. So this is something very important, right? I watched a few different college programs work on this. Close out, especially San Diego State. Close out to the shooting hand, right? But even if you were to pump fake that, you come back and challenge on the shooting side, like on his right-hand side. So you don't go to his left. You get back into play and challenge on the right side. But little things like that, look how bad he misses that. I think if AD's shooting that wide open, he actually makes that or come closer. But Draymond actually bothered that by closing out extremely hard to it. Little plays like that make you see certain things, right? Walls off. Does a good job of walling off. Looney does a good job of contesting, but that's a big part of Draymond walling off and then forcing him to pass to Drummond, who actually, why would he not get in the play and complain to the ref right there? Nasty move, though. That was a cold move right there. And LeBron don't get scored on a lot one-on-one. But 62-56 in the third quarter. That means that they were playing defense this game. I don't think that they got over 100, did they? So the Warriors were doing something to where, I'm going to show you in a few plays, but mid-post, this is where you can't, it's too hard to help right here, especially if you're LeBron. And so all those people that were used to get on me about, should LeBron have shot? I always say LeBron can get the shot if he wants. He knows where to go. You go to that mid-post because you can't, it's too hard to double right there, especially if you got shooters around, right? And then you got LeBron James, who's one of the best passers ever. You get in that mid-post, and he can knock down that shot. There's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. So 103. So 103 ain't that many points in today's NBA. You let a team do it. I think somebody got to 147. Like how many did the Pacers score the other day? Good defense. So like they're swarming stuff. LeBron's running up here trying to blow up the play. And the thing is, what he's daring him to do, you got to trust KCP to jump down and make this steal, right? But what he's daring him to do is throw a pass over the top of LeBron, who's 6'8". So yes, Wiggins is open, but in Steph's eyes, he got LeBron James running at him. LeBron blew that play up and forced that turnover. And KCP did a good job of stepping in too. He had all day to shoot that, but you knew he didn't want to shoot it. LeBron shoots it when he's feeling good. And he'll kill you with the three if you let him too. Tough. And so a lot of these times, and they did a good job of this, Steph gets downhill right here. But Drummond's plugging it up. And you got three guys around. You got Dennis Schroeder chasing him down. You got KCP in the gap. And you have Drummond standing right in front of him. So technically, I think the good pass would have been Looney, which he does make right there. Bang, bang, got to be an extra pass. Now, if they were awake, Looney would have sealed Drummond right here. Watch how Looney doesn't do anything. He was wide open. He could have sealed him. Ended up getting the three right there, though. Drummond's got to hold this a little bit longer. Lucky Bazemore was asleep, though. This is perfect defense, guys, right here. Like, perfect. So, handoff situation. First of all, Steph, or KCP doesn't go backdoor enough. He should have right there, but he doesn't do it enough. You got Drummond who can't pass the ball anyways. So he goes over the top, and he chases over the top of that. So now he's top side. They're doubling hard. Kent Bazemore, the next pass over, Draymond has to get to 17, which is Dennis Schroeder. Wiggins has to move over and give time for Looney to get back into play. Extra pass. So Draymond's over there. Ball kicks out. Wiggins is in the gap. Looney gets right out. Now, they're not guarding their position all the way around, but they're good, though. And this is what made the Warriors so good, because they were actually able to switch in so many positions during their championship years, right? The Warriors, they could switch everything. It's hard to beat a team who could do that and can guard one-on-one. Perfect defense, and they got a shot clock violation. Good pass. Got to finish this. I didn't know if he was going to make that when I saw that. Normally, he started getting the pump faking like 6 times. He's for sure going to get it blocked. And they were in that gap. Who else had no faith that he was going to make this shot at all? I had no faith. This is like the perfect song for like a drum and post up. You just don't know what's going to happen. It's like not pretty. It's just, you just pray he scores it. He's good for other reasons, in my opinion. Not necessarily, you got to make that pass to Draymond right there. You got to make that pass right there. Somehow he still gets it. That's a tip in, all right, yep. We got Dragon Ball Windbreakers on InTheLab.tv right now. We also have our Paisley shorts. I can show you some of the stuff. Is anybody in the One Piece? So we've been kind of sampling some stuff, but if you know who Fire Fist Ace is, we got like some stuff that came out. So this is like, I'm just sampling these. I don't know if you guys know anything about this show, but I'm like super into it. But anyways, let's get back to the film. But we got stuff online. Go to InTheLab.tv or download the InTheLab app. If you guys want more of this, I'll be doing more film session on the Academy. So, you guys want to jump in. Draymond, blowing it up again. Draymond, baiting them into that. Can you guys catch how many times I'm saying Draymond? Let's see if you can blow that play up. See how he does right there. Gets out to Caruso. Oops. Hey, what's going on? Oh, gets out to Caruso, closes out. Everybody jumps in there. Big shot by Wesley Matthews right there. That was good defense, though, in my opinion. What's a good anime series to start on? Probably Naruto. What's a good anime series to start on? Probably. So there's another play. AD. This is a clean block, too. Clean block. Another play with AD. I'm pointing out LeBron, AD, and Draymond. They did a good job defensively. What's the Promised Neverland is a good anime to start off with. Just don't watch the second season. It's a waste of time. But you don't have to like animated like that show to watch Promised Neverland. Way to not let KCP get downhill. Because he saw get caught up on that screen. But JTA got under it, though. If he would have got behind it, this would have been an easy pocket pass. But Draymond kind of stopped him from going downhill. Look at Michael Motor stepping into the gap, jabbing in here, ready to close out to Kuz. Ended up getting that shot to go through. Once I saw the switch, I was like, oh, yeah, it's a wrap. Bazemore complained like he didn't foul him on that, too. Attack on Titan is good. Hunter. A lot of good animes, bro. Join the wave. It's not too late. Everybody's getting on it. I've been on it for about 20 years now. It's an excellent pass, too. That's why it's so hard to guard Steph. I'm not even mad at KCP. Look at how often or how much he had to chase Steph in this possession, right? Guarding him way up here. Goes around the screen. Does a great job of getting back under it, right? Goes over the top of the screen. Goes all the way to the other side of the court. Backdoor. Just like that. Boom. 1 second he fell, so he did a good job on everything else. Literally everything else. Invincible isn't an anime, but it's excellent, though. It's excellent. It's kind of like The Boys, the cartoon, The Boys. Ooh. I don't trust Wes Matthews shooting threes, to be honest with you. Bro, look at this push-off. This is a sick push-off. That's a sick push-off, bro. I ain't got him on the hezzy. Good D. Good D. Good D, AD. Jujutsu Kaisen is the best anime this year and the last year, in my opinion. But some people are going to disagree with me. I don't care. I want to show you guys this shirt. Where is it? Draymond blowing it up. All right, so this is what they were doing in the mid post, right? So they weren't all the way doubling. Watch how Draymond is going to point to Steph and let him know you got first pass out, right? Let him know where he's going to go. So he's not necessarily going to go all the way and commit, but he's going to get just outside of the paint, right? Now, he did this on LeBron too, which was crazy. But you know that AD wants to shoot this because he just hit another one, right? I believe. I could be wrong. Right? So he's in and he's out. He's jabbing. Turn around, fade away. And Draymond's right there. Of course, I've seen Fire Force. It's excellent. Love Fire Force. See, this lob option. And really, the ball should have went to Motor because you see West dropping. And so what Motor has to do is, he drops to the left. You have to make that pass. JTA makes it to the wrong guy, in my opinion. AD was kind of there to be ready to recover, maybe. Big shot. And that's what we get out of that. A missed shot. Open shot nonetheless, so you don't get mad at that. Don't get mad at that shot. It's crazy that Draymond again, block shot again. Crazy to think that the lead went down from here. It's like, I think the quarter ended and it was a 3-point lead for the Warriors. So that was that a foul? Oh yeah, he did get fouled. He was mad about that. He did get fouled. I didn't think it was a foul when I first watched it, though. I didn't think that was a foul when I first watched it. LeBron blowing it up. So LeBron, this is not LeBron's man to guard. Wesley Matthews is providing some sort of a barrier, but LeBron blows it up. It was a battle of defense, you guys. Like, it was crazy to me. Both teams were playing good defense. It was just that one team started turning it over. And what did they do? They got right on the break, right? Because this is where they're the best at. When the Lakers get on the break, I think that they can beat the Nets, in my opinion. The Nets aren't as good as a transition fast break team as LeBron blowing it up. There we go again. Blowing it up. Draymond and LeBron blowing plays up all game. All game. And so a lot of schools, and if your school doesn't do this, you should. If you're a coach watching, you should. You need to keep track of deflections. This is a crazy pass. And what's crazy is LeBron read it and almost blocked. Draymond read it and almost blocked it. He almost got that. But you should keep track of deflections. It all matters. There's a difference between a pass getting there instantly and it taking a little bit longer, especially even if you don't get the steal. Good pass. Good pass. Bad spacing. Body LeBron. Missed it, though. This is bad spacing, though. A problem that you're not going to have when Clay's there. Everybody standing right next to each other. Some people don't realize how much of a difference Clay would have made this year. It would have been a crazy difference. And then on top of that, if you have Clay, somebody else is not getting as many minutes. And, they're still long. Clay's not a little scrawny dude. Like, he's like 6'6". Strong, too. Big shot right there. Big shot. You got to crowd him if you're Wiggins on that play. And just trust your help. But, that was crucial right there. End of the half, dime, cross him over, yeet. Hezzied him right there, too. He even got Kuzma. Look at Kuzma. The Hezzy right there. And LeBron was asleep because that's him, too. He didn't even know that Wiggins had cut. And it's kind of hard to tell, too. But that play right there, when I saw that, I was like, oh, yeah, no bueno. Not good at all. And what did that turn into? A bucket. Turn into a bucket. Bazemore's minutes definitely go down to Clay's there. LeBron blew that up. He knew Steph wasn't going to pass that. He blew that up again. And committed to him, too. You see how he committed to him? So what happens, though? He blew it up, but what happens? Steph Curry never stands still. LeBron kind of gets out there, but you got to get all the way out there. Bang, bang, three. Just like that. And that was it. Nasty pass again. Falling asleep. Draymond low-key fell asleep, too. That was a dime. That was a dime. Got to be able to hit this. And Draymond has shot a little bit better, but you got to be able to hit that. He's hitting that. There's no way, bro. There's no way with Klay, Draymond, and Steph that they're not in the NBA Finals or the Western Conference Finals at least. At the least. Let's see what happens here. So Wiggins got hit topside. So he never made his way under. It was too late. Like, he's gone. And LeBron getting downhill. So as much as you, like I told you, LeBron didn't get downhill that much, but when he did, that he made him pay, right? So now if if Wiggins is trailing that play and LeBron has the ball, it's almost a bucket every time. Because you're talking about LeBron, who arguably is one of the best finishers at the basket ever, or scorers in the paint, whatever. I'm not saying he's first team All-A. Or actually, we did vote him up there. But then you got AD on the other end. So, really, just think about that for a second. By the way, this is when the game was lost. Right here. In my opinion, this is when the game was lost. They took Steph out, which they always do. The Warriors play Steph exactly like this. Play him the whole first quarter. He comes back in at the 6-minute mark of the second quarter. He plays the whole third quarter, comes back in at the 6-minute mark of the fourth quarter. As close as this game was, I knew that they were going to keep LeBron and AD in to start the fourth quarter. I knew it. I knew it. And so right when they did that, Lakers got momentum. And Steph went out, and that was it. That was it. And that screwed them. That screwed the Warriors because, you know, you need to keep some type of momentum. There was a couple plays that just didn't go down. Like the one where Wiggins, you know, he received a dime from Steph and just fumbled it out of bounds. But that was a chess match. That was a chess move that ended up working in the Lakers' favor, like big time. Good defense, Caruso and Kuz. Good defense. Good defense. I need you guys to pay attention to what Caruso just did. Like, everybody pay attention to this. So he's guarding the ball. He jumps in the lane and helps Draymond pick the ball up. Once you see two hands on the basketball, you get back. He closed out strong and crowded, who we know is not a driver, he's a shooter in the NBA right now, right? Crowded him and just took the ball from him. This is who you have playing with LeBron James and AD. You have Schroeder playing with LeBron James and AD. You have Drummond playing with LeBron James and AD. Wes Matthews is like, hey, you know, I don't know, but Kuz. They got a lot of players playing with this dude, man. He has like a good team. He has they have a very good Lakers team. You know, we always talk about the Nets and how deep they are. No. This team here is perfectly constructed, you guys. Nasty finish, too. That was good defense. Really good defense. Good pass. Right pass. You know what's weird? It doesn't even seem like Steph has as many as, you know, he does right now. This is the pass he's been making the whole game because they've been doubling him until he picks it up and passes it. But see, you're Draymond, you got to get downhill. It's kind of tough to get down there and make that play. They're trying to split cut right here. So as Caruso knows what's going to happen, he gets totally behind him. He's got to trust AD, which is such a weird thing to do, right? And you force him into, like, I don't know what that was about Wiggins. That was trash. So, it's a 4-point lead at this point. You know, just that quick. With Steph going out just that quick. They called a timeout. Nasty lay. They called a timeout and got this boy right back in. Steph right back in. And watch what happens. Draymond blowing it up. Going up vertical. Missed a shot. Could have called a foul right there. Did not. See what Steph do right here. I don't remember this play. Drag. Oh, he didn't drag it. Step up. Pitch to Curry. Got to pass to Draymond. There's nobody on this side. Wait. Look at LeBron, bro. Not even guarding JTA, who's right. Not even guarding him at all. He's just waiting for that pass to Draymond. Everybody's so committed to Steph. It's wild to see. And so they plugged everything up because the spacing on the floor is so bad right here. Turnover. LeBron had a lot of Draymond had a lot of turnovers too, like some crucial ones in my opinion. Good drive. Smokies. Good defense on Wesley Matthews right here. Good D. He read this. This is a crucial play. And this is what you need. You need winning plays like that's a winning play. You want to have players that make winning plays like that. No. If Gasol would have played, this ain't Gasol series. And low key, you know what? I don't know if this is Drummond series either. Is this Drummond series? I don't know. He didn't get bad minutes. But this might not be Drummond series. I know it ain't Gasol series. If he could put out, this is what I want you to imagine. If you thought Gasol should be playing, just imagine Gasol. Just imagine Gasol and Curry going 1-on-1 with Curry with the ball. That's how that'll go. Because they're gonna put him time and time again in pick and rolls and handoff situations. As much as I like Gasol, this is a tough finish right here. It's a tough finish. I don't blame the refs for this game. They made some weak calls, but you guys, all refs make weak calls. You know, me and you went out there, it wouldn't be any better. So this is the play I was talking about. So Steph goes and makes the layup, right? Watch LeBron. He sees that and just busts his tail down the court. He literally looks at him, foot raised downhill. Because now he knows if he gets down court, it's 4-on-5 before Steph does. But they plugged it up right there, which I thought he did a good job. But watch how fast LeBron reads this. Boom. He in front of me. Oh, extra pass. Should have been extra one right there. Didn't make it. These NBA players are like, some of you guys don't realize how good these guys are, man. I watch high school games. It's just really just a track meet. That's all I see with high school games. Just a track meet. So this is tough because Draymond's in a position where he had to take away Kuz, right? It's either Poole does. It's really Draymond, and Poole takes away the first pass out of that. But he throws it to Draymond's man, and like I said, when you got good players like that, they're gonna get going. Draymond could be the best defender ever and still get 20 on his head. The best defenders ever. I mean, you know, that Drew Holiday, anytime he matches up with Steph Curry and Luka, he be getting lit up. And I still got him first team all defense. I seen Tony Allen get his butt lit up. Kobe too. I remember watching Kobe get hit for 60 by Gilbert Arenas. One of the best defenders. This was a nasty cross. One of the best defenders I've seen, Kobe. They showed the replay, and so a lot of people said this was a foul. Either way, it doesn't matter. This is, oh, he almost made this. He went to the side. That would have been a crazy highlight, right? Crucial play, right? Because now that's like almost like a turnover. Technically, no. They ended up getting a bucket. Lakers get that ball, though. It's like a turnover. They had a few plays like that. Steph blew that one up. That took him out of their offense because he was supposed to get an Iverson cut right there and receive a screen from Kuzma, but it didn't end up going through. So now they got to go into, like, you know, just some basic actions. Watch Draymond again. They do a good job. See, this team defense. Poole steps up. Draymond takes away that shot, then gets in there and makes that steal. That's crazy. And you may say, okay, well, that's not that crazy, right? But you got to put everything that you've seen in this stream together now. Oh, shoot. You got to put everything that you've seen in the stream together.